Off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay on ubnradio.com.
And welcome. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon, broadcasting live out of the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California with UBN Radio TV, Universal Broadcasting Network, and then every Thursday and Saturday on my syndicated CNBC, CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA, on AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and syndicated nationally on iHeartRadio, so I can splatter you with more hope and happiness, because there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words on this show. No Kardashian talk at all, no matter how many of you say that I look like Kris Jenner. So I am here instead to help you focus on your own reality show and how you can be happier 88% of the time. And it's a very, 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 very special day today. It is my 300th consecutive week on the air. This is my 300th show. I cannot believe it. I've been like teary all morning in gratitude and appreciation. I can't believe that this happened as a result of a voice saying radio at 4:30 in the morning, almost 6 years ago. I'm so grateful. I can't believe that I've had some of the most amazing people in the world, and I can't say all 300 names, but if you missed any of my interviews with Layla Ali, the beautiful daughter of Muhammad Ali, Corey Feldman from Gremlins and Stand By Me, to Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island, to Marianne Williamson, my 200th incredible show. Oh, I miss Potsy. Actually, his mom's coming on. His TV mom, Marion Ross, will be here May 1st to celebrate Mother's Day as well. 200th show was an amazing, powerful panel with my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, the amazing Neil Donald Walsh, and Bishop Carlton. And there's just so many more. Please go to my YouTube, and you'll get to see and hear any of those past shows as well. I want to give a peace shout out, peace in and peace out to all the interesting people that I met and interviewed this last weekend at the Conscious Life Expo at the LAX Hilton. LA Dodgers, Frankie Sandoval, who was cured from stage 3 colon cancer with the help of medical intuitive Kimberly Meredith. I got to meet Daniel Brinkley, best-selling author, Embraced by the Light, whose organization, the Twilight Brigade, helps people die in peace. Yes, he will be a guest this year. Shout out to Stephanie and Guy, who once again captured my fabulous aura on a photo. And apparently in 2 years, I have not changed. I have the same color combination, which apparently means I'm spiritual, positive, connected, and magical. So thank you for that, and shout out to your granddaughter, Stephanie. Also, I was really, magically connected with an interview with Lisa Garr, beautiful inside and out, and yes, we'll also have her on, and she's invited me on to promote my book coming out, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are, that's coming out in August. And, just meeting all these incredible people. I got to flash piece with George Nouri, who a lot of you know, a huge coast-to-coast guy, and Barbara Marks Hubbard, who also is going to come on for a Mother's Day episode, as Neil called her the mother of invention. So we've got lots more after this 300th show. I'm so grateful to all of you who continue to support and ask for and subscribe and give me the finger or the thumbs up at Dr. Marissa. I could not do without I could not do this without all of my listeners and supporters. So thank you, share to all of you. Excellent customer service mention goes to Nick and Eric and Janice from Galpin, Lincoln, because I balance out all the complaining around the world with good shout-outs in excellent customer service. And now on to introducing my amazing annual Valentine's guest today. Dr. Pat Allen is a remarkable communications and relationship expert who is delighted in sharing her knowledge and training techniques with the world for over 30 years in her unique style that led Oprah to dub her the comic mother superior. She's been on Oprah 4 times. Her best-selling books, including the legendary instruction manual that has guided thousands of women to the altar, Getting to I Do. She's been featured on or interviewed on Fox, Geraldo, Joan Rivers, Maury Povich, Bravo's The Millionaire Matchmaker. She was the sex therapist there. As I mentioned, 4 times on Oprah and now 6 times on with the Asian Oprah. Please welcome back Dr. Pat Allen.
Hello, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm impressed.
You are impressing, and I'm so glad we get to touch base once a year. Thank you again for not only coming to celebrate Valentine's or Sad Day, Single Awareness Day, whichever way you are.
Right.
But thank you so much for, I couldn't think of a better person than you to celebrate my 300th show. So I am blessed and grateful.
I am honored by that invitation.
Absolutely.
So I will serve you as best I can.
Beautiful. And for those of you who can't, I can't imagine anyone who has not heard of you or worked with you. I know you do weekly things to have people come and with questions. I did ask my listeners to give me questions for you as per usual. So the
Good,
one
I love it.
This is the one that seems to come up often. So we're going to bring it up again in case anyone has not seen you the last 5 times you've been on my show. So here it is. Dear Dr. Pat, I'm smart, I'm attractive, but I can't find a guy who's a match to my brain and my beauty. I would add, and humility. But they aren't as successful, or when they are, they want a younger model with bigger boobs. Help. What do I do to get married?
Stop wanting to get one. If you can get a man, you're the man. The job is to market your femininity, and the first thing for that, the major sex organ for men is their eyes. Now you think, well, they're looking for sex. No, they're looking for a good woman to carry their babies. That's what nature's built it for. And so when men look at you, they can see if you love you, and if you do, they know that you will serve them well. So that was the first mistake that person wrote in the question. What she needs to do is decide which half of her does she want to get a mate for. Does she want someone to look up to her and respect her thoughts, her wants, her opinions? Or does she want someone, and I'm saying someone because in our sexually complex world, it may be a man, it may be a woman. But you have to know which part of you. We women have yin bodies, which is feminine. Femininity is receptivity, availability, and respecting the partner.
So
now, yang energy is masculine. That's competitive, that's controlling, and that is compete, conquer, and control. And I forgot the important Freudian word, conquer. And guess who that man or that masculine woman has to conquer? The masculine woman in you. So I want this darling lady to realize that if she wants to find, she's the man. If she wants to be found, her job is passivity, patience, and vulnerability, which means she's got to use her eyes to connect with his eyes, even he may be a woman. I'm speaking to the straight and the gay community because we're all driven with energy. I Ching, going to yin yang, that's what I use for energy.
Right, right.
I loved Albert Einstein because he said, there's nothing in the universe but energy.
Yeah.
And the faster something moves, like thoughts, the more powerful it is. The more we're connected to matter, the slower it is.
Right.
And interestingly enough, it is through women that we actualize.
I know. I have.
It's through men that we individuate. Men want you. Women want a man. You see?
Say that again. That one.
General.
Oh, okay. So men
we want to be married. We want a man, not a woman. We want to be respected, or we want to be cherished. Do you see?
So
if we're really alphas, and many of my listeners, and I'm sure yours, are alphas, which means they don't need to be married.
That would explain
They
it.
are so complex intellectually and emotionally that they can be healthy and narcissistic. Narcissistic, when you're single and not a parent, is individuation and actualization.
So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be narcissistic.
What did you say?
It's not a bad thing, then, to be narcissistic the way that you're defining it.
No, narcissism is only for people that don't want to marry or mate or sign a contract or be cherished. They want both, and therefore they get nothing.
Okay. That explains why I'm still single. So that was one of the, rebuttals, and we've done this a couple times around when people say, I want both, which I know, you notice I didn't say it this time because we've done this enough that I know that if I say I want to be cherished and respected and I say both, you'll say that I'm narcissistic, which I didn't fall into, which I didn't fall into that trap this year. That's 6 times the charm. But I do have a question. So you've been consistently with the same message for over 40 years, I want to guess?
No, 40. I've been in this business 47 years.
47 years. So the changing of times.
And out of those 47 years, I have only been without a man because I'm not gay. I mean, I don't mind if I was, but I'm not. I have not been without a man for more than a couple of years grieving for the men I've buried.
I was going to ask for an update on that. Yeah.
This time, I have decided to be a cougar. I'm 83 years old, and I have surrendered to a man, wonderful man, who's only 65.
Wow.
I'm a cougar.
Yay. Is this the first time you're a cougar?
Yes.
Wow.
No, it's the second time. My last husband, I've been married 4 times practicing for this show.
I love you. So the man now is, well, I have a new term for you because I hate that term cougar or MILF. And Vogue actually came up with a new term that I don't know if you probably heard it. It's called WHIP. WHIP. Have you heard it?
Sounds sadomasochistic.
No, it's not. W stands for women who are H, hot, I, intelligent, P, in their prime. So
you know what? That's me.
Yes.
I want to be me when I grow up.
Well, you are doing a fabulous job. So I added an extra P, for powerful. So you are a whip, although I think whip probably describes more the narcissist in the terms of being okay.
No, I am as passive patient. You have no... See, when I'm with my man, or men sequentially, I'm Patricia.
Yes.
Patricia's yin.
Uh-huh.
Pat Allen is yang.
Nice. Okay, so Dr. Marissa is yang, and Sweetheart is yin.
You got it.
Okay.
So here's the answer to the lady's question. You've got to know which side of your temperament you want a partner for.
Mm.
Now, if you do, you may want a partner for your yin side and a partner for your yang side.
Mm-hmm.
That's called polyamorous.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular hobby today.
The polyamorism is a hobby? It's a popular hobby?
Of course.
And it's for people who...
Hooking up.
Based on...
popular.
Okay.
People are making love and having sex with each other with no commitment at all.
Mm.
There's a group out there that meets like a meetup just to give each other orgasms. That's all they do. They don't date. They don't do anything.
I think I've heard of them. Is that the Om group?
Yep.
Yeah. and so... Okay, so there's so many directions I want to go, but let's go back to one thing, because the one thing that people will say about your approach is that haven't times changed? Like, because feminism or, the powerful women, the whips, doesn't that warrant a shift in women's roles, and why do women have to call themselves the Patricia when they feel better when they're in their Dr. Pat or Dr. Marissa?
Because if anybody is stuck in one side, they're limited. Do you understand that women's lib is hell-bent to imitate men? I do not want to imitate men. Men are built biologically and neurologically to be competitive, conquering, and controlling. I do not want to be respected after work. No.
Okay. So
I want to be cherished after work.
So is it possible for me to have a relationship, like one relationship where, is that what you're talking about, polyamorism, where you have one person who, oh, that's what you're talking, okay. So you have one person satisfied when you're more yin and the other person satisfied. And then the... No. You
have one person to date when you want a masculine yang date.
Okay.
You've got another side of you that wants to be cherished.
It sounds like a split personality.
I want you to understand it's the possibilities. I didn't say it was easy, but I have practiced it in the past. Everything I teach, I've practiced and learned from.
So would you recommend it for me?
I don't recommend anything to anybody. I find out what it is. Do you want to be cherished, or do you want to be respected, or do you want to be both? If you want to be both, get two men. Or here's one thing. I want to tell you something.
Okay, please.
People that really want to be polyamorous will have a yang straight partner and a yin gay partner.
Okay. It sounds way too complicated for me. I don't have enough time.
I know, but I've got news for you. If you sit in a chair like I sit in a chair listening to people, you hear multitudinous forms of lovemaking, sexuality, whatever, and all of them, as long as I have to report you if you molest a child.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
An elderly person.
Yeah.
or a disabled person. But the government is not interested in whether you're polyamorous or monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
Churches are very interested in it.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it. Yeah.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And if you're wondering...
at this time, what?
That's okay. I was just going to pause for a station ID, but keep going.
Go ID. Go
okay.
ID.
If you've just tuned in and you're wondering who I am talking to today, I mean, you cannot not know who I'm talking today. It's the annual fabulous visit from my only guest that has been on 6 times. This is her 6th visit to my show. This is Dr. Pat Allen. She's the relationship and communication expert extraordinaire. She has raked me over the romance coals every year. This year I've sidestepped some of the areas, but I'm just so glad because it's my 300th show. And this is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday, naturally high noon out of the Sunset Hour studios, every Thursday and Saturday on my CNBC NBC News radio channel, KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and everywhere on iHeartRadio. And Dr. Pat Allen is schooling me on a possibility that I could, satisfy both my need to be cherished or my desire to be respected with a polyamorous relationship. It doesn't feel right for me, only because I have barely enough time to have a relationship with one side of me that I think 2 sides I don't have time for it. So that's my answer. But even saying that, I realize that I've just qualified as the yang, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
you want a yang person.
Yeah.
So your job is to be passive, let him lead, patient, let him lead, and vulnerable to his leadership. Unless you have to call the police, a doctor, or a lawyer, do it his way. Mm-hmm. Now, I can see all the women livers flowing up right in front of my eyes.
I've trained my gag reflex.
Do you understand that basically imitating men is a step down? Mm. When we're conceived, we are female for 8 solid days. Then mother's body spots the Y chromosome and reacts to it and starts to make a testes. And the baby and she start making testosterone. And within 36 weeks, we birth a baby boy. Mm-hmm. But femininity is foundation for mankind. Mm-hmm. My new book, it's a man's world and a woman's universe. Is
a great title, Pat. That's awesome.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding.
That is
They're in charge of buying and selling junk, and we're in charge of oxygen. Which would you rather?
Oxygen, for sure. Yeah, you can't see this, but my phone cover says the future is female. The future is female.
You want to know something?
What?
Aristophanes wrote a play back in the Greek Golden Ages called Lysistrata. The women were getting tired and mad at the war that was chewing up all their men. So they said, we're going to stop this. You guys, no more food cooked, no more sex.
I think I heard this one.
No more pillows for your cement benches until you stop this stupid war.
Wouldn't that be great?
How long did the war last?
Not long.
Lysistrata by Aristophanes.
I'll have to go
I don't want to copy men.
Right.
Men have male bodies, but they have female souls. When a man's ego is serving his soul, he's a wuss. Or the Dalai Lama. He's either a spiritual creature or he's a wuss.
Okay.
When a woman's ego, which is a mind and a will, when a woman's ego serves her soul, which is the animus, masculine. She is either a man in a woman's body, or she's acting like a man and not expressing her powerful side, which is the power of no. We women get everything we want by saying no to what we don't want. That's what this whole sexual harassment war is about. Women not saying no.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. I was going to do it after break, but since you brought it up, what is your take and your solution for where we are with all that?
The take that I have is that basically, I'm afraid women's lib has made women who want to raise kids and be homemakers stupid.
Okay.
And I hate it because our biggest problem today is children without proper mothering. Mother is in charge for the first 8 years for a girl and the first 10 years for a boy. Then father sets up the laws of society and the laws of whatever. But as long as women want to pretend they're men, compete, conquer, and control, our kids are going to kill us. They're going to systematically pay us back for not mothering them. We think that feral cats are bad. You haven't seen anything when you see a normal, healthy kid become feral due to not having his mirror neurons stimulated by a loving mother figure.
It totally makes sense.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I absolutely understand what you're saying.
And you want to know what word is used when these killer kids are described? They were a loner. I wonder why they say they were a loner. Do you know why?
Why?
They got a lot of fathering from the babysitter, the teachers, the politicians, the priests, the nuns, the whatever. But where was that person who said, you have a right to keep the radio up that loud, but it hurts my ears. And when my ears are hurt, your radio goes bye-bye.
No limits. No guidance. No consequence.
No, women not being self-centered.
Oh, okay.
The women that have been sexually molested were not self-centered. They were selfless, competing with men with more power than God.
So saying so their inability to say no is what
is
we're
based on their imitation of men. I wanted to make money, and I thought I'd lose my job.
Right.
I had to.
So Weinstein's so the responsibility is, you're saying it's
divided.
Okay.
It's divided.
Okay. So
you know why men wear ties? You know why men wear ties?
To be led? Sorry.
No. Ties are leftover nooses that was used when we were breaking them into gentlemen. A man is an animal till a woman he loves requires him to become a gentleman. And who is that woman? Who is that woman?
Not me.
It's a mother or a mother figure.
Okay. Yeah. So for women who are feeling victimized and, powerless and, attacked now with when people say, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you speak up earlier? Or you should have, or, this is all going too far, men are men, and that's, so what is your response to that?
My response is I do it in my office all day long. This is what I teach.
Okay.
This is what is in all of my books. You have a choice of whether you want to be yin or yang. Right?
Yep.
But if you're yang, you have to want, you have to compete, you have to conquer, you have to control. If you're yin, whether you're a man or a woman, you have to be passive, patient, and vulnerable.
But what if the passion, patient, and vulnerable leads to men who are
Wait, you
controlling?
said passion. You said passion.
Patient.
I said passive.
Oh,
you
passive.
just did a Freudian slip.
I love those. Sorry.
A Freudian slip is when you told the truth and you didn't know it, but your subconscious did. Women today do not want to be passive.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be active, competitive, conquering, controlling. And you know what happens? What they don't remember is this. Nature, God, whatever you want to call it, has created most men to be right-handed. Would you agree, Marissa?
Uh-huh. Yep.
And left-handed men like Einstein, Picasso, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Paul McCartney, Frank Sinatra, Thomas Jefferson, 4 to 5 of the last presidents are left-handed. And gay men that are naturally gay because their mothers didn't produce enough testosterone. And ambisexual men who are ambidextrous. Do you realize that right-handed men have a smaller corpus callosum, therefore they're in one lobe or they're in the other one, the right lobe. Mm-hmm. The left lobe is, I want that girl and I'm going to get in her body now. Mm. And the feminine side is going, oh my God, she's going to kill me. She's going to call the cops. She's going to call my mother. Because these guys all want their mommy because they didn't have her when she was young. Do you understand my view of the world?
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
And you know what? I can't even believe how appropriate my book is for this time.
Yeah, well, it's
a man's world and a woman's universe.
So in addition, if you're, your
by the
advice...
way, published by Hay House.
Oh, yay.
The Pavilion Division.
That's great. That's great. Mine's Morgan James in New York. I think I got a male publisher, but they've been great. But we're going to take a quick station ID break to thank the sponsors who make this show possible. And if you are interested in partnering with a love-hearted, like-minded Hope and Happiness show, please contact me for a very affordable rates. But we'll be back in 2 and 2. Remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out. Happy Valentine's special for all Dr. Marissa listeners. Use my name in vain to get $3 off any wash and $20 off any detail package today through Sunday at the Cypress Car Spa at the corner of Cerritos and Valley View Avenues near the intersection of the 605, 405, and 22 freeways in sunny California. It's my gift to you, especially if Valentine's is more like Sad Day. SAD Singles Awareness Day, get it? Anyways, mention Dr. Marissa at the Cypress Car Spa for another Asian Oprah giveaway. And we're back. And today we have, to celebrate my 300th consecutive week on the air, the amazing Comic Mother Superior, Dr. Pat Allen, whose ageless, timeless formulas for you to have a fulfilling relationship, knowing your yin and your yang and finding a balance for that, is on for her 6th visit to my show to celebrate Valentine's Day. And Dr. Pat, there's a question on that just came in here from a man who says, I'm an average guy and the women that I am attracted to are strong and powerful, but they friend zone me by the end of the first date. How do I have a fulfilling relationship with a strong woman?
Find a woman that's a better woman than you are.
Find a woman who is what? I lost that last part.
A better woman than you are.
Ah.
Read the question. Read the question from the top, and
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay. I'm an average guy, and the woman
Now, what is he saying there?
he's nothing special. I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not productive.
Okay.
Real guys brag. Peacock, peacock, peacock. Can you imagine any of these men that manipulated women into doing stupid things?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine them ever saying, I'm an average guy?
No. Yeah. Okay. You made your point.
Read the next sentence.
I'm attracted to women that are strong and powerful.
Because his mother was. His mother was.
His mother was, or his smother was? Did you do that on purpose?
No,
Oh.
his mother was,
Okay.
and she was a smother mother, and he is admitting that he wants a new mommy that can nurse him.
Got it.
Read the next
They friend zone me by the end of the first date.
They recognize that he's a wuss.
Okay. So are you telling him to be more manly?
You're not kidding. Compete, conquer, and control. You betcha. You should see. My work is better for men than it is for women. Women don't want to give up their balls, and men want them back.
So the part that I still get stuck on is the extremeness of both of those. Like, isn't it possible
You
to
want
have...
to know something? That's the problem. I deal with the extremities. Medium and moderate are not my game.
Okay.
I'm sure the audience that has never heard me, what is that woman about? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm about? I'm a scientist who applies it to the issue of mating. I'm just a scientist. Everything I teach is based on science.
So all of these, not generalizations, but all of these gender differences that you're talking about, all of these energetic differences, those are biology, and whether you believe it or not, it just is.
Right.
Yes?
There's a wonderful book out there, and it's not mine, The Yin and Yang Way of Life, by Dr. Kim and Dr. Lee. Very practical, very simple. Do you see?
So if you're a woman who, let's say, so she was brought up being girly girl, let's say very feminine, and
That's, by the way, that's not done much anymore.
right.
Because
Well,
mommy is a man, and daddy is a girl, and daddy wants his daughter to be like mommy, strong, powerful, successful. And so she's supported in becoming a productive person. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as she knows the cost factor. I teach people the cost factor for their choices. That's all I do. I don't judge. As you can see, I've recommended, polyamorous. I've recommended gayness.
yeah.
I'm into all of it.
Yeah. So we'll once again, my annual tune-up. So I'm proud to tell you that your advice that I refused for so many years to take, which is to have a relationship where I am the yang, and then to have nothing, it's not, I call it the Mr. Right Now instead of Mr. Forever, but actually just allowing myself to have a kind of relationship. Well,
You have every right. The Cougars have a right to toy boys. I just don't happen to like toy boys. I'm celebrating my 3rd anniversary with my latest Cougar-developed 65-year-old.
Yeah. Well, you don't call him a toy boy though, because you're the female. You're still the
He's
yin.
not. No,
Right.
I'm
He's the male.
female.
Right. Right. Yeah. And is it possible to have 50-50 or no?
No.
No.
No, 50-50. Equality in communication between lovers will condemn you to neutrality. You've got to waltz. You can't slam dance and you can't disco.
Right.
You've got to waltz. You've got to say, I think, how do you feel? Or I feel, what do you think?
Right.
Complementary communication. I'm a transactional analyst.
Yeah. So.
And because of that, all I do is manipulate words to impact energy, quantum physics, energy.
Right.
You know, I teach the universal binary language of quantum physics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yours is, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted right now because we're about to get a little surprise call. Hopefully he will try again. We didn't catch it the first time. Is he calling in again? No, not yet? Okay. Oh, really? Because a mutual friend of ours is calling in to congratulate me. And so I was just distracted. But we'll just wait for him to, I did. Wrong number? Okay. 323-284-7826, right? That's the studio number? Okay. So, is he here? Okay, cool. Guess what? It's my big brother, Michael Beckwith. Dr. Pat Allen, you know him well.
Absolutely. I know Dr. Pat. She's brilliant.
Can you hear Pat? Did we lose Pat? Oh, no.
I can hear you.
Oh, well, we'll get Pat back on. And why are you calling?
You said, why am I calling?
I'm being funny. I'm not being
I'm
funny.
calling because a great being had enough tenacity and foresight and vision, insight, chutzpah, to have a radio program that would inspire, heal, uplift, transform lives. And that person is Marissa Pay. And she's celebrating 300 shows, which is a great milestone for the community, for her, and for everyone who's had the privilege and the smarts to listen.
Oh, I
That's
love
why
you
I'm calling.
so much. I love you so much. I could not be doing all those things that you just complimented me on without you. And I am so grateful because you saw into me 9 years ago what I couldn't see. And you just held and covered and believed in me. And I'm so grateful. And I keep asking and you keep answering and you keep delivering. And I'm just so grateful and happy and so appreciative of you and what you do. This is the Oprah's 100 lister, amazing founder of Agape International Spiritual Center, where I get my positive roots watered, a man who didn't want to do what he's doing but answered the call and is providing a new way of life and love and learning and laughter around the planet. And if you haven't heard of him, you're like not listening to my show because I pretty much quote him every week. But this is Michael Bernard Beckwith. I call you Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, but I know you prefer Michael Bernard Beckwith. But I just want to thank you for being who you are and know that I am who I am, because you let me see who I really am. And I'm just grateful.
Well, it's been a privilege working with you all these years, 9 years. That's a great completion number.
Yes.
The 300th show, which means you're about to go to another level.
Yeah.
Jettison that which no longer serves and to
Oh, good. There's Pat.
the vision.
Pat's here.
Marissa,
Sorry we lost
you hung up on me because you hated me.
No, I could never hate you. I love you. There's only one person I love more than you, and that's the other guy on the phone right now. And that's
okay. Am I done?
No, you're not done. Guess who's on the line? Say hi. Say hi again.
Who's on
Hey,
the
Pat.
line?
Hey, Pat. It's Michael Beckwith. How are you?
Oh, Michael, I love you. Does she know we work together?
Yes. She told me that you told her, and yeah, I love you too. I mentioned already on the show that you're brilliant, and
I've got
have served
news
so
for
many
you.
people.
Do you realize that we're both recovering not so good people, and we're making a difference, Michael Beckwith, you darling man.
Oh.
Absolutely. If you're going to make something, make a difference.
Hey,
For the better.
Marissa,
Yes.
are you watching my technique?
Yes, Dr. Pat, I'm watching your technique. Hey,
When I love them, they know it.
Michael, she's trying to turn
I'll
me.
get off if you're
No,
not
no, no,
done.
no, you're
What
on.
do you wanna-
No. Dr.
No,
Pat,
you're on. I'm
you're
the one
my
getting
guest. You're my guest. I just asked him, and he was so sweet to call in because he called in on my 100th show. He was actually my guest on my 200th show. And so I've been bugging him and asked him to call in on my 300th show. And he did. And accidentally you got bumped off when that happened. But I absolutely wanted you to know that he's my big brother and he was calling to honor both of us today on the air. Isn't that
and I
nice?
want
100th
to
show.
honor him.
Yeah.
He's one being that I identify with. He had a past, and I had a past, and we now take that past pain and we help people love one another because we've been to the pits. Is that right, Michael?
Well, you know what the old saying is, religion is for people who don't want to go to hell, and spirituality is for people who've already been there. So,
I know that.
Yes.
so
You know what?
we definitely are aware
Preaching
that
to the choir.
every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And
Oh,
so
that's good.
Here we are.
There we are. Thank you so
That's
much
right. That's
for calling in, Big Brother. I am forever indebted again. And you wrote the foreword to both of our books, which is very cool. And then lastly, you'll find this funny. She's actually training to be more the feminine that I am. The feminine.
Oh, very good. That's very good. You definitely want that developed. Because you have all the manifestation tools of the energy of that masculine, and you bring that feminine in, it's going to be unstoppable.
Oh, thank you. So
right on, alpha.
All right, I'll let you go, Big Brother. Thanks so much again.
All right,
Love you very
soon,
much.
Maybe I'll see you tomorrow night.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
At Agape, man.
Yeah, no,
Bye-bye,
I'm on stage.
Michael.
We're singing tomorrow. So everybody come
that's
to
right.
Agape tomorrow night. We're singing for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Big Brother. I love you forever.
Happy Love Day. And Pat, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I love you too.
All right,
Bye-bye.
perfect Valentine's Love Fest on the air. Can't do anything better than that. I forgot to wish him a happy Chinese New Year, too. So I'm going to wish you Happy Year of the Dog, Dr. Pat. It's my heritage is the Chinese, and I have a dash of Mongolian, which I'll blame that for my masculine side. Don't piss me off, or
When
I'll
I
cut you.
did that 23 and me, I came up so Neanderthal. They said you're 51% more Neanderthal. I knew that savagery would come in handy.
Well, that's great. So we're coming up on the end of the show. The last question that I always ask my guests is, who are you grateful to, or what are you grateful for most in this thing called life?
I'm grateful for the training, the education I've gotten from great therapists and great schools
Great.
for how to convert myself into a better person and serve other people.
Mm.
And that's what I do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And how can people find you? You have your own show now, and people call in all the time.
I do LA Talk Radio.
Yes, I
I'm
won't.
on Thursday nights from 5 to 6 in California, but they play the show other times. And
How do people sign up to call in?
they call in to, here's the number, 203 0815. That's 323-203-0815. 0815. But the universal connection is DrPatAllen.com.
DrPatAllen.com. So there's a lot of information there. Yeah, and you still do workshops. She's 83 years young. She does workshops, she teaches, she speaks, and does a radio show. So when I grow up, I want to be just like her. And I'm
Thank you.
I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful for our annual visit. Happy Valentine's. Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Valentine's to you.
Thank you. And I will work on balancing all of that out this year again. Take care.
Please do.
We'll talk to you next year, sweetheart. All right.
Good.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
All righty. Amazing. All right, it's time for my balance bar. We'll do it real quick, where I invite you to step up and balance with me. And we have a couple of Asian Oprah giveaways today to start off the balance bar. One is 2 free tickets to the Best You Expo. That is coming up March 24th and 25th. So the first 2 to go to my website, the number 4balance.org, and put in best, will get those 2 free tickets. I actually have free tickets to the Best You in England, which is February 19th, 20th, just around the corner. If you want free tickets to that, just go to the same place and just say Best London, and I'll give you the link for that. As well, I'm giving a buy one, get one free. And this is an amazing event called the City Summit. There's also the City Gala, but I'm going to just give tickets today for the City Summit. And last year we had Halle Berry and John Travolta and Quincy Jones. This year we have Ashton Kutcher, as well as a couple of others I can't say yet because I haven't gotten the green light to say, but big people. Brian Smith, founder of UGG Boots, Jay Abraham, the $9 billion man. So all of them are big business people with big business advice just for you. That's what the City Summit is, put on by Ryan Long, who I call my modern day Robin Hood. He matches up nonprofits with profit so that we can share the love and the light. And so if you go to my Facebook, message me and say City Summit 2 for 1, I will get you. It's valued at $6.99, so you'll get a free $699 ticket. Also, today is day 13 on the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. And it is one of those hard days. The round 4, the Seal Beach shooting had happened. But even when things are dark, you can still stay out of the complaint by knowing that you can stand in the light, no matter what happens. So, not too late to sign up for the fast. Round 80 is right on. Now, every day you can get a daily tip and a fast by either coming on my Facebook, Dr. Marissa, give me the finger, thumbs up, or you can go and get your 99-cent app from both app stores. As I was saying to Michael, I'm singing tomorrow night at the Agape International Spiritual Center, Wednesday night. For Valentine's, come to a place that if you're not happy where you are and you're looking for a connection that is bigger than another person, then that's where to go. If you would like to go to Sedona with me and learn how to balance in the vortexes, I teach still and moving meditation. If you sign up before Valentine's Day, you get $300 off. This Saturday, I'm teaching at Rosie's Dog Beach again, Balance Tai Chi Gong. Go to my meetup to find out details. And next week, what am I doing next? Oh, next week, the City Gala of the beneficiaries. I have 3 fabulous nonprofits coming to speak about the work that they do, and that's my job, is just to take people with limelight and shine the light, and then find out what good is happening on the planet, what is good with the world, and what is good with you. So tune in next week for Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, E-I. And remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.